Time flies. I'll be on my way then.
Wow, he's gonna pass it up.
How did you put it? Ah, yes. Taking a trip home during festival season is a universal custom, common to all the cultures of Teyvat. Now that even Master Diluc has made an offer, are you quite sure you won't stay for a meal after coming all this way, Master Kaya?
Yeah.
I couldn't possibly, Adeland. I wouldn't want to trouble you.
Oh, don't say that. How often do I get a chance to indulge my dear Master Kaya, Tea for the cavalry captain when you visit in an official capacity doesn't count. I only get to spoil you if you let me cook for you.
Oh, come on, let her spoil you and indulge you a little bit. No need to blush.
Well then, what happened to your swagger? Lost for words?
Sexy maid talking to him.
You...
Surely you wouldn't dream of disappointing Adeland.
Oh, you wouldn't dare.
All right, then. I'll take you up on the offer. Adeland, one more set of cutlery, please, if you'd be so kind.
Man, Razor with his teacher and Kaya with Adeland. Do I still stand by this bun and chicken side? I mean, hey, listen. All of the best chicken has bones in it. When you think boneless, you think like buffalo chicken. Alright, I think we're ready to start. Let's see. Okay, so it's gonna start all over again with these scenes. Yeah, it looks like it. Oh my goodness. We have to go like all the way through all of this stuff that we already saw yesterday. Jeez. I don't know why it can't save where you are in the cutscenes like every 15 minutes even.
Estinian? When did he get here?
More to the point, why is he here?
Oh, you know this man? Whenever my father spots a promising opponent, he invites them to Sunperch to duel. Pressing duties or no, he can't resist a good fight.
So the one Estinian is crossing blades with.
That will do, Spearman. I will receive my darling daughter. Know that you are the strongest I fought in many a moon.
If it's formidable you want,
then look no further than that woman there. I see you, warrior.
We had no idea you meant to visit Tyrrell.
I've seen what lies east.
And thus did our itinerant dragoon make his travel plans.
You witnessed our bout. If you...
I'm not sure I understand.
The old man has been feeling his years. The uncovered side is the head of resolve. But the head of reason...
Enough about me, Lamat.
Lamachi.
A term of endearment.
If only we could, like, skip these cuts. Oh, wait, we can? Okay, we can. Okay. Well, so much for the brief reunion I had in mind. Papa is not one to waste time when he decides to act. I'm used to it by now, of course, but others are often caught off guard. In any case, we should talk about how we're going to find the City of Gold. All we have to work are the 7 tablets and their connection to the Trial Saga. Might I suggest first comparing the tablets against the pillars? We could check for any discrepancies between them. Good idea. Let's go and take a look. Yeah. We I'm wondering if I've gotten this one, because I don't know that I have. Yeah, hadn't. That makes everyone. Look them at the tablets, if you would. Of course. Everyone has a tablet? Then let's compare their respective pillars. Keep an eye out for even the smallest differences. Unless I'm missing something, the glyphs appear to be identical. The only difference being that the tablets have hollows where the keystones are to be fitted. So now we've established the scenes are the same, where do we go from here? The Dawn Servant said we were to retrace the path that he walked in uniting the Charles people, and that we would encounter 7 electors along the way. Then we have our answer in front of us. Papa's path is laid out in Toral's saga. The events of the glyphs portray we don't know the exact locations where they took place. If one is close, we could go there and search for an elector. That would confirm we're on the right track. Let me think. The Lay of the Reeds was nearby Hanatu settlement. Papa took me there once. It was during festival season, and the whole village was alive with good cheer. There's also the Lay of Gold. That one involved Papelu village, which is about the same distance from here. Before going anywhere, we should ask around about the road ahead. I heard a lot of folk talking about the city from about that storm we passed through the sea. Apparently it ravaged Yogg-Thral several days ago. Since the roads are not well paved at the Orzias, they're more susceptible to damage from natural disasters. If we want to avoid wasting time taking a dead-end trail, I suggest we spend a few moments making inquiries. If it's information we need, just leave it to me. I'll bring the information to us. It would be prudent to ensure we're prepared for the journey. I'll guide you to the accommodations I've arranged. That's right, the reservation's under Waklemat's name. If you don't mind, I'll leave my companions to you. Certainly, sir. I'll go and track down the third promise. Once you've finished organizing your gear, you can meet us outside Zblevtile. Or however you want to pronounce whatever that was. Greetings, visitors of Tuliali, and welcome to Ferrard's Cabins. Whenever you're ready, I'll show you to your rooms. Trusted you to be the keenest to head out, Pack. But where are Anvril and Wuklemet, I wonder? Oh, good you're all here. Who might your companions be? Seeing as we need information, I thought who better to get it from than the locals. These two hail from the villages we're thinking to visit. I give you credit for taking the initiative at least. What do you mean, at least? I am honored that the Third Promise would seek my advice. I too am happy to answer your questions. Any encounter might be an opportunity to do business. Thank you both for your help. Before we begin, there are doubtless other occasions we need to act independently, so I brought these for you two. What's this? Is called a link pearl, a gemstone harvested from a special shell. When linked together, they allow people to communicate across great distances. Is that so? What a handy thing to have. It will be very useful on our travels. Speaking of which, I should get back to introducing my new two friends here. The Tuliali saga features a number of Turial's clans. Those, two of those, the Hanatu and Papelu, that have settlements relatively close to the city, so I brought a representative of each. As I mentioned before, the Hanu are cheerful people who love their festivals. They make their appearance in the Lay of Reeds, and their home village, Okhantu, is located in Kozama Uka. The other smaller fellow is Pelu, a clan business-minded folk from Unpronounceable. They appear in the Lay of Gold and craft all kinds of marvelous goods from Unpronounceable village. Now, as for deciding which village to visit first, why don't you put your that adventurous instinct of yours to work for us, Pack? Pick your destination. Okay. Maybe we should cheat a bit here. Let's see what they recommend. Okay. So what does he have in his thumbnail, I'm wondering? Oh, yeah. I think I'll probably go with him as well. What is it you'd like to know? Our main concern was coming to this, the state of the road ahead. As I recall, to reach Unpronounceable, we depart from the Arch of Dawn, then take the road west at the first fork, should we be wary of anything along the way. It is indeed the way to unpronounceable. After the damage wrought by the recent downpour, however, you'll be doing more stumbling than walking. But take heart, when it comes to rugged terrain, we have the most dependable solution available. Come with me. We'll be back to talk to you in good time, friend Hanu. Meanwhile, you can eat and drink your fill. It's unpronounceable. It's all been arranged. Oh, here it is, yeah. Whee! May I introduce to you our most dependable companion, the alpaca. These animals can traverse steep mountain trails as if they were gentle fields, all while carrying heavy loads. Our merchants would be lost without them. So they fill much the same niche as our chocobos back home. You don't have alpacas in the Eorzea? Alpacas are native to Yogg-Trol. Eorzea has its chocobos, and eastern lands have their horses. Why go to the trouble of breeding another pack beast in such a place? Ill suits its qualities where it's not needed anyway. But we must ride these little monsters. I get the impression you aren't fond of alpacas. When I was small and being a bit naughty, I went around pulling on their wool. One of them spat on me, and it was the foulest stench you can imagine. I see. What are they like to ride? Alpacas bred as mounts are inquisitive and docile. Even those without experience find them easy to handle. We're really doing this then. So, my information was useful to you? Yes, very helpful. Even if it wasn't what I wanted to hear. Good, I'll take my payment now. You want me to pay you? I guess I should have expected as much from a Pelu merchant. Let me see what I have on me. The Pelu value act of spreading joy through trade. As you should know, they take pride in making deals that benefit both parties. Here you go. A fair price for your advice. Yes, I made a trade with the third promise herself. My friends will never believe this. I shall be on my way now. I wish you safe travels. Off you go then, and thank you. I better not get spit on again. You brought that on yourself. Remain calm and gentle, and so will they. She's gonna get spit on. I'm still not happy about this. If we need to ride alpacas to reach unpronounceable, then that's exactly what we'll do.
Turali poets of yore sang of a mountain that would stand tall, even should all other lands sink beneath the sea. Indomitable and eternal, it arises from Urkopacha, the 100 peaks of time. Of all the beasts which crawl and fly, only the legendary Valigarmanda could hope to disturb the summit's serene majesty. Yet, with that flying calamity imprisoned by the Dawn Serpent, what great feat remains for those who would claim the throne?
So this is Urkopacha. I've never actually been here before.
The air is so crisp and clear.
Mountains everywhere you look.
That one massive peak in particular has quite the presence. It puts me in mind of Som-Al.
That is Workor Sormor, the tallest mountain in Yogg-Tural. Its sheer height makes it an imposing climb. But there are other reasons the ambitious keep their distance.
Oh? Do tell.
Where to begin?
Excuse me, but you're Wook Lamat, are you not? I hadn't thought to encounter one of the Dawn's promise here, of all places. But I should introduce myself. I am Bol Nok, a weaver by trade.
Well met, Bolnok. We're on our way to Watrin Bello.
Oh, truly, I've just come from there, as it happens. I'd asked the Pelu who sell me their wool to give me a tour of their alpaca ranch. The head rancher and I shared a bottle of mezcal while he explained the finer points of wool production.
Mezcal, is that a local beverage?
It's an Urkopacha specialty, a spirit made from distilled agave heart juice.
Yes, and it must have done wonders for my mood, for I tripled my usual order of alpaca wool. They did offer me a discount, though, so it wasn't a bad deal in the end. But listen to me, boring you with my tedious stories. I will leave you before you are lulled to sleep. Goodbye, and safe travels. Oh, silly me. I almost forgot to say the thing I actually wanted to say. Peace for Tural. I agree with your vision, Third Promise. You have my support in your bid for the throne.
I gather from his tale we would be foolish to underestimate Pelu merchants.
Yes, they do more than run the markets in Tuliyollal. Pelu peddlers can be found everywhere in Tural, traveling from place to place on their sturdy alpacas. They are effusive and engaging speakers, and many's the customer who's been talked into spending more than they bargained for.
They won't find this customer so easily charmed.
Watchun Pello is down the path! Off the main road! Don't get lost!
It's right there!
This is it. Wachumpelo, I guess. The home of the Pelu. Moklamat should have arrived before us. That's not good. You've come all this way for right of succession. Oh, this means I'm exchanging words with the future Dawn servant. Please, the outcome is far from decided, but it is a possibility. Now, fortunate then, that ideal in cloaks and woven from especially luxurious alpaca wool. Such a garment would look magnificent when draped over the soldiers of our budding ruler. The nation's ruler should dress best for her adoring people, yes? Finery for our everyday lady, that's right. Come, third promise. My well-stocked shelves are but a few steps away. Finest lady. I like the sound of that. Alright, I suppose a quick look wouldn't hurt. And just what, and what did we just talk about? Erinville, when did you... Ah, a Shinoto from far-off Jacques. Northern winters are bitterly cold. Affairs, I'm told. Bitterly cold affairs, I'm told. I cannot imagine how you survive them without a lovely warm cloak of quality alpaca wool. No, thank you. I am not in need of new clothes at the moment, and neither is the third promise. Perhaps another time. Of course, of course. My shop door is always open. You were saying something about not being easily charmed. I was just... As I mentioned to you previously, the people live for bringing happiness through trade. They won't cheat you or sell defective goods. They will, however, disarm you with their deft turns of phrase, and unwitting customers like Wuklamhat fell prey to this affable approach time and again. Your only recourse is a clear and firm refusal. They won't pursue the matter should your disinterest be plain. A valuable insight into the minds of the Pillow. Let us all take Erinville's words of caution to heart. Not my finest moment, I'll admit, but now that we're here, let's do what we came for. Find the Elector. Allow me to propose a strategy then. Krile, Alice and I will speak to the merchants. Wuklamhat and you and Erinville might try approaching travelers and passerby. Pack, pray investigate one of the other establishments which catch your eye. Should we learn aught of use, let us relay it to the third promise. The Dawn Servant's Elector? Ah, I thought you were a new face in town. Here is the res of succession, I take it. Me, I don't care much who sits on the throne, so long as they keep Tural peaceful. People tend not to be in the mood to relax and sip our excellent Makal once arrows and spears start flying, if you know what I mean. Speaking of which, would you like a cup? A joy shared is a joy doubled, I say. Oh, right, yes. You were asking about that elector business. Being but freshly returned from my trading route, I've heard that there's a contest of it, but not much else. Our head leader, Tubble, could probably tell you more about it. Electors? Oh yes, I've heard about the right of succession. They're looking to put a new ruler on the throne, eh? Personally, I'm rooting for Zhurolja. If the first promise wins, he'll look to expand our sphere of influence. That means access to more resources and more customers. In the thousands, column potentially. So many new trading opportunities to spread happiness far and wide. Others have been coming around to my way of thinking, so I've begun crafting goods inspired by the resilient sun. Would you care to purchase something? Very well. You said you wanted to know about the elector. I could help you, but I won't. I can't tell you. I can tell you're not a supporter of Zhurolja or his policies. Hello there. I'm Malbu. You have questions for me? Sorry, I didn't know about any electors. You should take a moment to see our prized alpacas before you leave, though. Oh, and be sure to admire them from a respectable distance. Get too close and our nervous darlings may be tempted to spit on you, and that stuff stinks. It happened to a visiting buyer not so long ago. Topple, that's the head rancher, was so mad at me for not giving a proper warning. No one makes a mistake without Topple noticing. He knows everything that happens on this ranch. Did I attune to the etherite? I don't know that I did. I should, obviously. You already have to watch yourself around these silver-tongued peddlers. I almost bought a bottle of mezcal and these stack of blankets, and then there was this enchanting ointment. Anyway, I did manage to learn Topple is the man to talk to about the contest. Now, if only they'd share his head ledger of theirs, it's to be found. Really? He's also a head rancher? Well, the alpaca ranch is not far from here. I say we pay a visit before the others return. I should open up Discord, actually. If anyone's messaged me. That is when it decides to load it. I don't know, for whatever reason, ever since Microsoft bought out Discord, it seems to be getting worse. I don't know. Oh, okay. It's a lot of alpacas. Still, we know that head ledger could be here somewhere. I can't let fear deter me. Not to say that I'm scared, of course. Oof. Let's see. Excuse me, is this, is one of the workers Tobble? Tobble, yes. He likes to mingle with, the ranch hands and keep an eye on things. I can't tell you which one he is, though. You can't. Is this part of the contest? All I can say is that Tobble often mentions his favorite pungent subject. He also can't resist a profitable trade, though who among us could, am I right? Still, if you bring him a very good deal, he might let his identity slip. So it's like a game. Easy enough. All I have to do is offer Tobble a deal he can't ignore. No problem at all. Well, maybe one problem. I don't think my purse is deep enough to pay everyone we think might be Tobble. Let's ask some questions to first narrow down the field. Great. We can meet back here to share our impressions. Well, obviously I'm not Tobble. I mean, oops, I shouldn't have said that. You mean to find yourself who Tobble is, or if any elector is even in the village at all. Good luck. A visitor from across the salt, if I'm not mistaken. Be warned, the alpacas spit if you startle them. I suggest you keep your movements slow and deliberate. You think I might be Tobble? Well, maybe I am. All I will say is that in this village, none have reared more alpacas than I. Am I Tobble? Yes, that's me. Excellent work from the third promise and her entourage. Sharp instincts. Shall we commence the rite of succession then? I see we're both done with our interrogations. So who do you think it is? I have my suspicions, but let's hear your pick. Was it, the worker's so intent on stable chores. I had my eye on that one too. Time to rip the mask off our mystery ranch hand, so to speak. We know it's you, Tobble, and to prove it, I propose a deal. A generous sum of coin for confirmation of your true identity. We should give it to him afterwards. That offer I gladly accept. As you have correctly guessed, I am indeed Tobble, head ledger of something, and rancher of the family ranch. I am also Ghoul Jaw's chosen electors. Aha! In a place featured in the Tuliali saga, just as we thought. I was right to trust your instincts, and I wager this won't be the last time. She found you out fair and square, Tobble. And I'm glad she did. Would have been a pity to had her bid ended here.
Deducing the Dunservant Elector was the first step of the feat. Too simple a task for this aspiring ruler, eh?
He sounds like a Khajiit. He does.
Right. Not hard at all. Zorolja.
I am told the head ledger, Tobli, is to be found here.
Tobli, I guess, yeah.
You have to guess which one of us is Tobli. That's part of the test.
You're Tobli.
Without even asking a single question. Very impressive indeed. With that amusing prologue out of the way, we can proceed to the actual challenge. Per the Dawn Servant's instructions, I was free to devise any manner of feat. I considered a number of possibilities in the 10th column. But I think I have a good one. You must go forth and capture for me an alpaca.
That doesn't necessarily mean it has to be a wild one. We could pick up a completely tame one.
While I've not had the best experiences with alpacas, aren't they generally docile creatures? That doesn't sound like much of a challenge.
Bring out the example! This is a special kind of alpaca. Would you please approach the animal, Third Promise?
Who? Me? Well, it should stay calm if I stay calm, right? That's what Erinville said. Ah! The little monster spat on me! Oh, that stinks! I can't.
Alpacas are paradoxical creatures, being both extremely curious and extremely cowardly. Press your luck when they're frightened, and you'll get a face full of spit, as you've all just witnessed. Has an awful stench, their expectoration. The globs contain half-digested food, you see, making it an effective deterrent against perceived threats.
Wild valley breed like this one are especially timid and can therefore be quick to lash out. They're also especially hardy.
Indeed. We take the rugged wild alpacas and breed them with our gentle domesticated stock. This produces the strong but biddable pack animals prized by our traveling merchants.
That's all well and good, but did I need to bathe an alpaca spit for you to make your point?
So, the task is to catch a wild alpaca.
That is correct. But be warned that it is a feat easier said than done. I suggest you prepare well before you enter the valley where the creatures dwell. And by you, I mean the claimants only. Allies are not permitted to assist with the catching. The alpacas will help me judge which of you is worthy of receiving a keystone.
So I'm to chase down a fluffy, spitting demon, and that somehow proves I'm fit to rule?
As I said, the Dawn Servant granted me the freedom to decide my challenge. And when you reach the end of the ride, I dare say you will understand why I chose what I chose.
Very well. This won't take long.
Wait! Didn't I warn you this was easier said than done? There are preparations to be made, factors to consider.
A beast is a beast. All yield to strength.
So far, this experience has done absolutely nothing to improve my opinion of alpacas. But that doesn't mean I can't do this. Revolting spit aside, they're just another animal.
Are you all right, Orclamat? We thought we heard you scream.
The third promise does not scream. It was more of a startled yelp.
Scream, in other words.
Did you find the Elector?
Oh, we certainly did.
Oh, I had to go and wash that nasty stuff off my face. I think I got all of it. But would you mind taking a sniff of me, for me, just to make sure that stench has ruined my sense of smell? Hey, I saw that look. As Lukumet helped demonstrate, the Valley of Alpacas are wary of people. Getting close enough to catch one will not be an easy task. You might have warned me about that earlier. I have enough trouble with tame alpacas. How do you expect me to wrangle a wild one? With the proper saddle, we infuse. That's right, he talks like a sheep. We infuse the leather with a relaxing scent that soothes the spitting beast. Wonderful. Give me one of those then. Have you forgotten that we are a clan of merchants? If you want a taming saddle, then you'll need a saddler and make them an offer. They don't come cheap, of course. Crafting a saddle will cost you the equivalent of 10 pel and thousands of column. Gajit is wares if you are ready to trade. You mean 10,000 pel? I don't have that kind of coin. Converted to kill, that comes to around 1 million or so. Perhaps, mayhap if we all pitch in. No. This is my feat to accomplish. I wouldn't feel right about having others pay the cost. I'll find the money, somehow. In that case... The basket of wool is worth the sum you paid me earlier. 1 pel in the hundreds of column. Beginning with the wool, you can trade for even ever more valuable goods until you have something suitable to bargain with for saddle. It's a nice gesture, but you think you can turn 100 pel into 1 million? That's 10,000 times more. We need 10,000 pel, not 1 million. So we're looking for 100 times more. Oh, right. I panicked and got confused with Almond's million gil. I'm not so sure about the trading idea. You were almost tricked into buying a cloak you didn't need mere moments after you arrived. But I hate it when you're right. Then let me help you with deal making. Oh, hello, Agent. Malu. I work here as a ranch hand, but I've also learned a lot about the peddler profession. If it's alright, I aid them now, yes? I guided the claimants towards the first step of the feat, like you asked. As long as Wuklamath goes along with the capture of her alpaca, she is free to accept assistance from whoever she likes. Hooray! Let's see about that saddle then. Yes, third promise. I know you won't make, you made your offer, but I could use an ally with a beak for bargains. Welcome aboard, Mablu. Should the rest of us stay behind, perhaps? It may be easier to haggle over prices without so many voices chiming in. Yes, stay here and pitch in with the branch work. With Mablu gone, I'll need extra hands to tend to the alpacas. Gladly. Although, Pack, I think you should go with Wuklamat. You've seen markets and bazaars the world over, and surely I have sage advice to share. I thought Kryl would be the better choice for that. In that case, you should also hold on to the alpaca wool. If it's misplaced or soiled in some way, we will have nothing. You'll have nothing to bargain with. As if I'd do such a thing, but I'll leave the wool to Pack anyway. The better to keep my hands free. To begin with, I suggest we trade the wool to Javi, the saddler. He won't agree to the deal, of course, but it'll give us an idea of how much he'll accept for his wares. Why am I sleepy? Something I can do for you? We've come to bargain. I need one of your special taming saddles to catch a wild alpaca. Saddle, is it? And how will you be paying for it? With this basket of fine alpaca wool. What use does a saddle maker have of wool? Besides, this would barely cover the cost of a single strap buckle. Offer me something I actually want. And what might that be? Mezcal. I like to get a nurse cap at the day's end. When I inspect my finished work, bring me a jug of quality stuff, and you've got yourself a deal. This bodes well for us, Third promised. Such mezcal can be had for only 5,000, for only 5 pel in thousands column. Hold on, did you say third promise? Then my offer has changed. The saddle is going to cost you a jug of premium mezcal, aged 3 years at least. 3 years, the stuff is valued at 10,000 pel more. Why have you doubled the price? Because I must support the man of ambition who will see my business prosper. Zolja will go to war and his cavalry will need saddles. Lots of saddles. It's nothing personal, Third promise, but I won't sell you my craft for anything less than my asking price. I can't say that I blame him. I'm known for championing peace, and peace is unlikely to bring him more customers. Those of our grandparents' generation remember the dark days when the clans were at war. Many of these Pelu pray for your victory, Wuklamat. The younger ones, though, to them, strife and bloodshed are as children's stories. They think themselves safe from these horrors, and take peace we know now for granted. Still, others are unsatisfied with this quiet prosperity and crave for the future, crave the future, the second promise and visions. They've become obsessed with innovations like dirigibles that have made trade swift and easy. Then you have those like Havali, convinced the First Promise's plans for conquest will afford them opportunities of great profit. But what about you, Mablu? Aren't you one of the younger generation? At least a year or two younger than me, I'd say. I was raised on the old tales. I've memorized accounts of what it was like when Yokhoi ruled our village. That's why I offered to help. I want you to become the Dawn Seven, to keep our nation going back to the way it was. Well then, I guess I'd better make sure I win the contest. The type of mezcal Sadler wants is so expensive. Weren't we expecting to need 10,000 pel from the outset? Nothing's changed. We just need to get on with it. I may not have a head of trade for alpacas, but I won't give up with the pace of Tuliali on the line. Then neither will I. We will make you Don's servant. Aiming for 10,000 pel, jug right away will only bring us failure and frustration. So let's first try exchanging the wool for anything, even a touch more valuable. The trick is to find someone who needs alpaca wool and is willing to trade at a loss to acquire it. Someone who supports your bid for the throne for insurance. I need wool, I do. Of course, the Weaver. Wolnock was his name, I believe. He went out of his way to say he agreed with my vision, and he was here to buy wool. I think I remember the direction he was going, but for now, let's head back to the road where we first met him. This is the spot. After Wolnock talked to us, he walked off to the south. And he was probably going to Vakno's End. Most visitors to Wongpalo end up staying there. Then let's go check, shall we? I should make myself some coffee. I don't know why I'm fading so hard. Alright, I will be back.
I know.
Oh, it's nearly dinner time. Would you care to stay for a meal?
Ooh, free handouts. Yeah.
How time flies. I'll be on my way then.
Wow, he's gonna pass it up.
How did you put it? Ah, yes. Taking a trip home during festival season is a universal custom, common to all the cultures of Teyvat. Now that even Master Diluc has made an offer, are you quite sure you won't stay for a meal after coming all this way, Master Kaya?
Yeah.
I couldn't possibly, Adeland. I wouldn't want to trouble you.
Oh, don't say that. How often do I get a chance to indulge my dear Master Kaya, Tea for the cavalry captain when you visit in an official capacity doesn't count. I only get to spoil you if you let me cook for you.
Oh, come on, let her spoil you and indulge you a little bit. No need to blush.
Well then, what happened to your swagger? Lost for words?
Sexy maid talking to him.
You...
Surely you wouldn't dream of disappointing Adeland.
Oh, you wouldn't dare.
All right, then. I'll take you up on the offer. Adeland, one more set of cutlery, please, if you'd be so kind.
Man, Razor with his teacher and Kaya with Adeland. Do I still stand by this bun and chicken side? I mean, hey, listen. All of the best chicken has bones in it. When you think boneless, you think like buffalo chicken, barbecue, which is like, it's okay. It's not the best chicken. But then when you think bone-in chicken, you think fried chicken. That's the good stuff. And oven roasted chicken. Ooh, and then the grilled chicken. So, all of the best chicken has bones in it, okay? That's just straight up facts. You can't deny that. So where exactly does this have a day, sir? Not a good day, just a day. I know. My opinions are not valid.
Once upon a time. Long ago, humans rejected Melazines, and Melazines feared humans. There was one Melazine who became fascinated with human medicine, but no human wanted her help. And there was one girl who liked Melazines, so no humans would make friends with her. So, the Melazine became the girl's friend, and the girl became the Melazine's patient. Your checkup's all done. You're still in perfect health. Thank you, Dr. Melazine. In this game of doctor and patient, a friendship was born. Then, one day, the girl fell ill The Melusine was the only doctor to arrive on time, but the adults sent her away.
Scram! Melusines can't be trusted!
So just because I'm not human, I can't save my best friend? In desperation, the Melusine approached the frightening witch. She begged and begged until she got a reply.
If you take this potion, concocted of sin, you will gain a human face and grow human limbs. But then, you will lose everything that attracted this friend of yours to you in the first place. Can you accept that?
The Melusine did not hesitate for very long. On a rainy night, a little doctor knocked on the girl's door. The doctor wore a hood and raincoat, maybe to protect her from the rain, but maybe also to hide a secret.
Restreambot says YouTube. Winston NGO, hello.
Hello.
The doctor held the girl's hand and treated her
You arrived
illness
at just the right
just
time.
as she had so many times before. Dawn came, and the little girl's condition improved.
Restreambot says
the little
YouTube.
doctor
Winston
was
NGO,
long
I'm a bit
gone.
late.
Yeah, a
For
little
she
bit
knew
actually.
Her friend would never recognize her again.
That okay. Ooh, it already sounds amazing. These headphones are just too good, honestly.
Dear Monsieur Nervillet, how are you? I haven't written in a while, so I thought I'd send you an update.
Siege Wing.
The Duke tells me that you're always asking after me. Please, don't worry. Everyone at the Fortress of Meripede is really nice to me.
Walsey, we've had it with you!
What even is this? It's completely inedible!
Suck it up and eat it!
The food here is delicious. And the
Delicious.
people are super friendly. The other Melusines come by to visit me sometimes. They're always full of praise for the fortress, and they get along great with everyone here. Sneaky sticker for you. This one's really cute. Let's give it to a cute person. You once said we have to discover the meaning of life for ourselves. I think you're completely right. Life at the fortress is often pretty uneventful, so
Restreambot
my
says
infirmary
YouTube.
is empty a
Winston
lot of
NGO,
the
she was
time.
so sweet in this trailer.
Yeah.
Ha! Too easy.
But everyone trusts me, which is really great. I really like being a head nurse. Anyway, the Duke and I are planning on taking a trip out, so we'll definitely see you soon.
I look forward to it.
Hope you're not too busy. We're here.
It's medicinal?
Yep, it has a bunch of uses, and medicine's one of them. Our maritime flower in full bloom is a great cure for
Restreambot says YouTube. Winston NGO, it was a small one that'll will probably get more people's attention the close the update comes.
Question.
Yeah.
You can buy them in the store, but they're not as good. You want real maritime flowers? I know a place where there's loads of them, really pretty ones.
Didn't they do a slight improvement when they released Fontaine? I feel like they did something with the lighting or something when Fontaine was released. It wasn't huge. The thing is like I've had these headphones for like a couple years now, and it's like they still blow me away every single time. Like, oh my goodness, it's crazy. They make every other pair of headphone that you've ever listened to just sound completely irrelevant. Like, they really do.
Restreambot says YouTube. Vincent NGO, she really got a flower stolen and she pulls out a gun.
Yeah.
Petals contain all the good stuff.
Oh my goodness.
Get well soon. Don't be nervous. Just relax.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
So, I made some herbal tea with added romaritime flowers. It's really refreshing. Wanna try some?
Why didn't you say it was so bitter?
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Well, the important thing is that it works.
Oh man. Is this maybe her gameplay or something? Her skill set.
Though I regard the Melazines as my own daughters, I feel that I learn more from their unique perspective on the world than I could
Restreambot
ever
says
teach
YouTube.
to
Vincent NGO Lynette built different.
Siegewing is one of the Melazines with whom I have a great
that's
deal
true.
of contact, and I always look forward to seeing her.
Excuse me?
Siegewing is a medical expert adept in hydrotherapy. Sometimes she makes use of non-traditional equipment, such as her bubble gun, to deliver highly unorthodox treatments. And though I do not fully understand her reasons, I trust her judgment completely. Not everyone adapts well to Fontaine's underwater environments, but Siegewing always takes good care of those in need. When Siegewing is in the party, if your active character's health falls below a certain percentage while underwater, they will steadily heal over a short period, with the total amount of healing based on their max HP.
It's not really a problem if you have like a 40,000 health character that you're using underwater.
Additionally, their resistance to all elemental and physical damage will be temporarily decreased. This effect can only be triggered once per set interval. Siegewing's normal attack can combo up to 3 strikes, dealing physical damage. Her charged attack executes a more precise aimed shot. While aiming, hydro energy accumulates on the arrowhead. After fully charging, Siegewing will periodically fire slow-moving ministration bubbles toward her target, dealing hydro damage. When released, a fully charged arrow will deal hydro damage to the enemy hit. With her elemental skill, Siegewing uses her Fortress of Merapede's special issue bubble gun to blow a bolstering bubble bomb that can stimulate blood flow and help patients drift off to sleep. The bolstering bubble bomb bounces between nearby enemies, dealing hydro damage upon hit based on Siegewing's max HP. While bouncing, it also heals all nearby party members, except for Siegewing herself, by an amount based on her max HP. The bubble bomb will disappear after several bounces, healing Siegewing based on her max HP. When no enemies are present, the bubble bomb will bounce around nearby.
Restreambot says
Only one
YouTube.
of Siegewing's
Vincent NGO, how
bolstering
much did they
bubble
pay the
bombs may
actor for
exist
Nouvellette to
at
conduct her
once.
case?
I know.
Hold her elemental skill to enter aiming mode and boost the bolstering bubble bomb to an even bigger, more breathtaking size. The bolstering bubble bomb grows in size by up to 2 tiers as the skill is held.
It's interesting because even though Genshin Impact is a game made over and everything in China, they do all of their trailer stuff on YouTube over in English. So it's very interesting. It's definitely made for an English-speaking audience.
Each tier increasing both the damage dealt and the healing provided. After releasing, the bubble shrinks in size by 1 tier after each bounce until it returns to its normal size. When weaker enemies are hit by big bowstring bubble bombs, they will be locked in place and unable to move. Xxfiv's elemental skill also generates a number of source water droplets nearby. Each droplet she collects will grant her a bond of life worth a percentage of her max HP. When Xxfiv's bond of life is cleared, she will regain elemental energy. The quantity of elemental energy regained depends on the amount of bond of life cleared, and is subject to a limit. At set intervals, bowstring bubble bombs summon a surging blade at the location they hit, dealing Lucia-aligned hydro damage based on her max HP. After unlocking the talent Requires Appropriate Rest, using Xxfiv's elemental skill grants her the semi-strict bed rest effect for a certain duration. While this effect
Semi-strict
is
bed
active,
rest.
Xxfiv gains a hydro damage bonus, with a number of convalescent stacks. Except for Xxfiv
I do
herself,
like playing
when any nearby
Yanfei.
off-field party members' elemental
Actually
skill
is a
deals
very fun
damage,
player to
a stack of convalescence is
character to play.
consumed to increase the damage dealt in this instance. This effect is increased based on the amount of max HP Xxfiv has over a certain amount, and there is a limit to the damage increase that can be gained in this way.
He might feel a little prick.
With her elemental burst, Xxfiv gets out her Meripede-manufactured custom syringe and sprays forth waves of kindness and medicine, dealing continuous AoE hydro damage based on her max HP. Also, when she uses her elemental burst, she absorbs source water droplets within a certain range, up to a certain quantity. Xxfiv's treatments may be clinical, but she always delivers them with
Restring
an
Box
extra
says you too.
dose of love.
Winston NGO, why do I
After
feel like
unlocking the
half of the Natlan characters will have Bond of Life?
Oh, they might, yeah. It definitely seems like a new, what would you call it? A new mechanic to the game that they're definitely pushing.
The passive talent, Detailed Diagnosis, Thorough Treatment. Xxfiv's outgoing healing is increased by an amount based on the combined total of all party members' current bonds of life.
It works really well with
There is a
Cloran. I
limit to
really
the
love
heroes
Cloran's
that can
entire
grant this
kit.
way. Xxfiv's code of conduct is pure and sincere. Aid the adorable and care for those in need. In emergency, she dedicates her heart and soul to helping her companions. Xxfiv's primary tool in combat is her elemental skill. Her bolstering bubble bombs not only bop enemies as they bounce between them, but also heal other party members, allowing them to focus on the fight. With her talent Semi-Strict Bed Rest, her allies' elemental skill damage can be boosted even while they're off the field. When energy is full, Xxfiv uses her elemental burst to deliver a strong dose of medicine to enemies in front, dealing AoE hydro damage, giving these wayward patients the treatment they deserve. Though
Wayward
I do
patience.
trust Wriothesley, and he often tells me not to worry about Xxfiv, the heart is as disinclined to stop caring as a spring is to cease flowing. Indeed, it is a responsible guardian's duty to care about their children, and yet I do not find this duty burdensome.
Yeah,
Rather,
the voice
it is a
acting for
source of
Nervalet is
profound
very
delight.
good.
Xxfiv always wears a bright smile when she comes to see me. I only hope she is just as happy when I cannot see her. This gave me cause to reflect on what it means to be a family, and I believe I have reached a verdict. Parents and
A
children
verdict.
both need each other, and that is exactly how it should be.
We're ready, Xxfiv. What's our first mission? I found the perfect job for the Traveler. First, I'd like you to lie down in this bed.
Oh no, we're a test subject. Time to run.
What for? I need you to pretend to be sick. What? Oh, is it that difficult? I thought you did a pretty good job last time. Oh, so you knew. I sure did. He was way more interesting than the usual malingering inmates, and you played along very well, Paimon. I observed you two for quite a while after that.
Well, this is awkward. But why do you need us to do it again now?
Just get a prop knife and have some fake blood.
No time to explain. My next patient will be here any second. Oh, please, just do as I say.
Yeah, just put a prop knife in his gut.
Pretend like you've got a nasty headache. And throw in some dry heaving for good measure.
Okay.
Hey, Doc, it's me. I'm only here because my mom won't stop pestering me about it. So annoying.
Well, your mother has enough on her plate with a busy job. Well, the last thing she needs is to worry about you being sick as well.
I know. I shouldn't treat the place like a playground. Shouldn't go swimming in the lower levels where we join up with the sea, because it'll give me a cold and distract her from her work. I thought I'd be able to have some fun here at the fortress for a few days, but it's always, don't do this and don't do that.
All right, sit yourself down and I'll take your temperature. Your fever still hasn't gone down. Well, here's your medicine. 1 cup for starters, and we'll see if it helps.
But Doc, it's so bitter. Do I really have to drink it? I mean, I'll be fine, right? I've got an uncle who caught a cold. His fever went away on its own after a couple days. Can't you just write me a note saying I'm on the mend? I just need something to keep my mom off my case.
I sure can. You're a very brave boy after all.
Huh? Brave? What makes you say that?
Well, if you want to rely on your own immune system to clear up your fever, then you'll have to tough it out like this guy.
Hang in there, traveler. Are you gonna puke? Paimon can get you a paper bag.
Huh?
As long as you're tough enough to get through the nausea and dizziness caused by the high fever, you'll be right as rain after just a few days' rest.
And if I'm not tough enough?
You'll die.
Hey, wake up! Wake up!
Put it this way, at least you'll never have to see the doctor again, right?
I think maybe I'll take that medicine after all, if that's okay.
I think this is some form of child abuse. I don't think you're supposed to be making children fear dying from colds.
Oh, of course. Here, it's still warm.
It's so bitter.
Generally, you only die from stuff like colds if your immune system is already very compromised.
He really doesn't know what's good for him.
The verdict came down. This Melazine is guilty. The Eudex defended the authority of Fontaine law, but he did not confiscate the Melazine's medical kit. And so, the Fortress of Meripede gained a new little doctor. She still wore her hood and raincoat, even though it never rained in the fortress. Perhaps thanks to her human appearance, no one refused
Right
her
Honor
treatment.
11234 says my PC is
She
generating
treated
so
more
much
and
dust.
more patients, and her
It
sentence
is.
grew ever shorter. Finally, the people of the fortress could not live without her, and though her sentence ended, she did not leave them either. Then one day, she received an invitation from the outside world. The location
Right
seemed
Honor
familiar,
11234
and when
says
she
it's all
arrived,
over my right
an
side
old
of my
lady
desk
was
now.
waiting for her. She saw right through the
That's
Melazine's
odd.
disguise, but didn't reveal it. Instead, she asked a question.
Tell me, why do you think you gained the respect of so many people, despite being a Melazine?
Because I look like a human.
It's been 50 years, Xixuin, and you haven't aged a day. I think everyone knows you are not human. I finally found you after all
so
these
that was her
years.
childhood friend.
I still remember, you know. It was you who saved me that night.
But how? I was no longer a Melusine by then.
Does it really matter if you're human or Melusine? I remember the warmth of your palm. It's quite unmistakable. And you know what? It hasn't changed one bit. You don't have to hide anymore, Xixuin. These days, everyone wants to make friends with Melusines. And I think that it's all because of you. I'm sorry I couldn't say this until now, but thank you, Dr. Melusine.
So play nice and answer our questions.
You could be Matra for all I care. So what if I don't answer you? What then?
Oh. What happens if you don't answer our questions? Let me put it this way. There's, we might have just happened to bring some chloroform with us. And there's lots of areas here that aren't super populated right now. We could always, entice you to go somewhere against your will through means we have yet to explain. And once we get you there, we will simply put the chloroform mask over your face, and we'll dig a nice little hole, put your body inside, cover it back up, and no one will know where you went to. Lead the way, little bean. Little bean nut, floaty is mean. Okay, Paimon is not mean. To a wall. A lock on it. Ooh, Jen, these look like your siblings. I think I found your family. Yeah, this definitely looks like your family here. Now you can be reunited. I can give you the coordinates and you can find your family in Genshin Impact. This is some great news for you, Jen.
You were great, Nilou! Your words won over Inaya! Talk like that during the debate and you'll get an easy win!
Thanks for that, Paimon. But I still feel like it'll be an uphill battle. I need to be calmer, cooler, and more collected.
Yep. Even if her daddy wants to leave, she'll make him stay.
Ready.
Restreambot says YouTube. Wins an NGO America.
Yes, exactly. She is an American champion.
Restreambot says YouTube. Wins an NGO waiting until we get a rocket launcher.
Rocket launcher, yes. It's gonna be Klee 2.0.
Hands where I can see 'em. Don't get too close. I got you covered.
Power that ended high. Into the shadows. Where evil roams, shoot on sight.
Oh man, Clarion has such a fun playstyle though, honestly. She's a lot of fun.
Restreambot says YouTube. Wins an NGO, imagine it's just Klee's money.
Yeah. Oh man, I mean Klee already uses bombs.
YouTube. Wins an NGO, dang clear and just shreds.
The thing is, she's not even really built yet, like not at all. Like look at the artifacts, like these are literally just filler artifacts. Like this is pretty much trash. This is kind of trash. She only really has a 2-piece harmonic set, and then this one is decent. Then this is obviously trash. I mean, we've got a HP primary here with only a little bit of crit rate and energy recharge, and then this is a decent piece here, but yeah. So we've got like 2 decent pieces and the other ones are just fillers because I'm mostly just farming for good pieces right now. Huh? Are you pulling my leg? I'm sorry, but I really don't remember. Don't you know what this uniform means? Doesn't it remind you of anything? Of course I don't. I know what you do, but I'm debt-free, or I should be unless a friend took a loan in my name. A friend? Who cares about those excuses? I only recognize what's written here on the contract in black and white, and it's my duty to make violators pay up. This is my first job, you know. I wanted to be worthy of this uniform, so I showed up at the specific location 3 days in advance. 3 days. I spent them thinking about the excuses you'd make out of paying and how I'd respond. And then you just up and ran. After that effort I put in wasted. Now I've no choice but to go by the book and teach you a lesson first and bring you back to report. No, I don't want to leave Petrichor anymore. Help me! Stop it. Does any amount of money owed warrant such cruel treatment? Please, Packlord, don't let him hurt Gastamo. Only you can stop him now.
Pay your dues.
You asked for it! Stop right!
Don't get too close! Here's backup!
Ah, shoot. Didn't stop right on the fire.
Loaded.
The power of America compels you. Hired help? Seriously. Would you rather pay through the nose for a powerful bodyguard than just follow a contract? I'll never understand you merchants. Huh? But you know, if he's in this much debt, it seems unlikely that we'll get paid at all. No, I still have enough for the boat fare. I counted. I should be fine on that front.
Restreambot says YouTube. Winston NGO, is that why they always say pay your dues when you fight them?
Yes, exactly. Then what about the contract and debt he speaks of? Is that perchance the souvenir you've given us after more than 10 years? How could you say that, Giovanni? I really don't know a thing about the contract he's talking about. I don't know what to say to make you believe me, though. Huh. The handbook says that people will lie and do all they can to wriggle out of debt, but the contract is clearly written. Don't even try. You still owe us payment for 10 crates of materials to make those blasted flutes of yours. Wait, what did he say? Are you still sticking to the pretense even now? Something. You Fontanians sure have names that are annoying to pronounce. Yeah, that's true. Sorry, but who's that? My name is Gustino Pasquale. One moment, let me see. Let's see. Giulietta parted something from Petrichor. This seems to be a woman? Well, wait. If you're not that woman, then what, then why are you going on about some flute back there at Bea Harbor? I was talking about this flute? This is the flute my father gave me when I was about to leave home. He hoped that I would inherit my family business of instrument making, but I... forget it. Hold on, if this has nothing to do with you, then why did you run? I'm sorry, but I don't remember. I said that, didn't I? But you sounded so aggressive and looked so frightening. What was I expected to do, run?
Winston NGO, it about difficult when a dog is named Baguette.
Yeah. Well, this is my first job. One to remember. Of course, I had to double my enthusiasm. To the point you showed up 3 days in advance? You were way too anxious. Then where did that Giulietta something go? Speaking of that, the lady we ferried over here first works in the instrument business, you know. The one who was going to be late for a business transaction. Didn't she call herself Giulietta? What? So she's in Bay Harbor now? I have to find her as soon as possible. She seems to care a lot about credibility, so she probably wouldn't default. You're going to get scammed if you hold on to such naive ideas. People lie. That's what the handbook says. Anyway, I've got to find her immediately. The agent departs. Seriously, where does he get the cheek to lecture Paimon based on that handbook of his? He was the one who made a mistake. What a farce. I see you're the same as ever, big brother, always sucking people into whatever trouble you get into. I don't know whether to laugh or be angry. I'm sorry, Giovanni. I'm sorry for the trouble, you two. This is no place for a chat. Let's find a spot where I can treat you to some snacks and we'll talk.
Restreambot says YouTube. Winson NGO. One of the nice way to force people to pay is to say pay now, with interest.
Yes, we collect now and then we collect the interest later. We'll tell them it's 1% interest, but then show up the next year and inform them that it's 1% interest every day, compounded daily, which would be a lot worse. Let me see, 1.01 to the 365th. What would that even be? That would be horrible. So if it's compounded daily, 365th. Ooh, that'd be 37 times the initial amount. Ooh, that would be bad. 1%. Oh, okay, that doesn't sound like too bad. Yeah, 1% compounded daily.
Restreambot says YouTube. NGO. Then you should say you should have read the very microscopic non-existent print.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, man.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to confirm the safety of the surroundings before the race begins. You can consult Wenshu should you need any assistance.
Oh, you mean we can't make some pit traps to slow down the other competitors?
Have a
with
great
some
time, Rover.
Spikes at the bottom. Alright, we back. Oh, if I can zoom my camera out. No, I can't. Why can I not zoom my camera out? I hate this scroll wheel. I'm gonna probably have to use my other mouse when I'm doing this. This scroll wheel is literally unusable. Yeah, it goes in about as much as it goes out. Ah, can we have the baskets pack? Thanks, now we can see if we can turn a profit. Wolnock, I'm glad we found you. Are you interested in making a trade? Third promise, you wish to do business with me? Might I ask what this is all about? I see. So the goal is to turn the basket of wool into a jug of 3-year-old premium mezcal. Then allow me to invest in your efforts. Peace inter all is what allows me to cross freely into the lands of my suppliers. Naturally, I would prefer that one pledged to preserve that peace win the throne. Thus, do I humbly offer you a wool poncho, the small token that I may pray contributes to your victory. Oh, that's fine craftsmanship. A garment like that would easily fetch 5 pel in the hundreds a column. That's very generous, Buck. No. Thank you. I promise I won't let you down. I have faith in you, third promise. May fortune bless your future dealings. I can't believe you quintupled your investment in your first deal. We're off to a spectacular start. Only because Pack remembered our weaver friend. All I did was hand over the wool. That's not true. The connections you build with people are vital. It's one of the most fundamental precepts of trading, one which you've instinctively mastered. You think so? I know so. Now let's take our 500 pel poncho and trade it for something even more valuable. Here, Pack. You take the poncho. If I lost it somehow, Ernville would never let me hear the end of it. All set. Our next deal is waiting to be found. So who's looking for a poncho? Okay. Leveraging connections is a sound strategy, but we should also consider supply and demand. Individual in urgent need of a good poncho will offer more than a merchant supply, simply looking to stock his shelves. It makes sense, but how do we know if someone needs a poncho? They aren't wearing one, they have a fabulous sense of style. That's the obvious answer, isn't it? Look for someone without a poncho, and hope they're eager to buy ours. Yes, there you go. We'll find a demand for our supply. So, where should we begin our search for prospective buyers? There are many places, but we could do worse than starting right here at the inn. There might be some interested travelers. Who here needs a poncho? A lot of Mamulja hardly wear anything to begin with. These are probably lance guards or sellswords. Mamulja, Mamulja who soldier for a living, prefer not to wear much above the waist. It tempers their movements. Even so, if they have bared shoulders, Mamulja carrying arms can be struck off the list. This one's already fully dressed. An artisan or peddler perhaps, come to rest after visiting Wolponcha, like Nakbul would be my guess. Yeah. That's Mulja's armed, yeah. Let's see, no coat or cloak, but also no weapon. We might have a winner. Oh there, friend. You're not a mercenary by trade, right? I was curious about your bold choice of dress, or lack thereof. Oh, it's no choice of mine, believe me. I was attacked by beasts on the way here, and barely escaped with my scales intact. My coat was not so lucky. I'm actually a toolmaker from Tuliali, and was dressed quite smartly, all the better to show the Pelu I'm a man who takes pride in his appearance, and therefore his work as well. But now look at me. Well, sir, this is truly your lucky day. What a splendid poncho. This would be the perfect replacement for the coat I lost. We'd be willing to part with it if you'd like to make a trade for one of your fine tools, perhaps. What about this hatchet? I crafted it myself and will vouch for its quality. The blade looks sharp, the haft well made. I'd value 1 pel in the thousands column. Oh, from 500 to 1,000. We have a deal. Wonderful. A fine garment such as this should put me even footing with any Pelu merchant. Like the eponymous owner of something. No matter. I have other wares to sell. Glad I have met you. Did you hear that? We already found our next buyer. Mipu's mate garden we go. Yes, but it's a fair distance on foot. We should take alpacas. These ones are, will be the calm type, right? Probably. Well done, recognizing that the toolmaker is a potential customer. If you've a mind for to change professions, you'd make an excellent merchant. Aha, I see you. Before we get moving, you should be the one to hold on to this. With that, I suppose I should hop on the alpacas Malibu has so kindly provided. Ready to go? Let's mount up. Wait, oh, I'm not even controlling it. I still don't trust them. You have a knack for riding, no matter what you say. Without our alpaca friends, we Pelu would have become traveling merchants. Can you imagine walking all the way across the trail? I swear that mountain is so too tall to be real. Walk Zamor, what's the name? A forbidding sight, isn't it? I've never once You might have to take the long way around the cliffs to get there. The highlights belong to Yok Hoi. So, Mablu, you said you want to learn about the peddler profession. You don't care for ranch work? No, I love it. I love working with the alpacas. But becoming a peddler has always been a dream of mine. It's just, I'm not sure I have the talent for it. If I can help you buy the teaming saddle, though, then it'd be proof that I can do this after all. In that case, you'd best get ready to be a merchant. Look, we're almost there. We made it, and without a single smelly incident. I sent the alpacas back to Xxfiv's inn, so we'll walk along the main road when we return to the village. Speaking of roads to travel, we were adopted by the dancer, weren't she? Third promise. Yet I was. And perhaps you understand. I was an orphan too, you see. Topoli took me in. He took in all the ranch hands, actually. All of them? Yes, and everyone works hard with their chores, grateful for the opportunity to repay the head leader's generosity. Yet here I am, the only one wanting to go off and be a merchant. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm telling you this. We need to keep trading things for your saddle, so you can prepare for the feats of gold. As it's meat harvesting season, they can't have too many quality hatchets, and that's and to that Wuklamat's way with people, and we should have no trouble making a favorable deal. That's Meeplu self over there. Pass that hatchet to the third promise, and let's get to bargaining. You have that little axe for me. Thanks. Now to see what we can get for it. You're Mipu, the owner of the fields. I have a mind to trade if you're interested. Very well. The third promise. I might be convinced to entertain a proposal. What do you have to offer? This hatchet, forged with this seasoned artisan, the razor's edge of this exceptional tool will make light work of your chops. The quality is acceptable, I suppose. I offer you a large sack of mate leaves in exchange. A sack of mate leaves is valued at 1 pel in the thousands column, the same price as the hatchet. This deal would bring us closer to the Medskal. If I may, Mistress Miplu, it's harvesting season, is it not? Does not the demand for hatchets afford them a higher value? It is indeed the season, which is why I procured an ample batch of tools well in advance. We've missed the window for demand. In that case, we'll have to fall back on connections. Think of it this way, a generous deal here will put you in the third promise's good graces. Surely that's worth consideration. I do not wish to give offense, but I must tell you that I stand with the second promise. His innovations will improve every aspect of our lives, I believe, including farming, and I will no longer have any need of hatchets. I assure you that I have nothing but respect for Luklamat. That's why I am prepared to purchase a spare hatchet at a fair price. I suppose it is fair, given your reasons, but we ourselves would be no better off for the transaction. How about this then? If we were to help bring in the harvest, would you give us a better deal? As a matter of fact, I would. Until Kona's reforms can come about, I can always use more hands in the fields. Then you can go ahead and add our labor to the bargain. Add value to the tipping to tip the scales. How could I have forgotten one of the most basic rules of trading? You can do the rest if you like, Mabu. Peck and I have met together. Oh no, I'm helping too. Off to the fields then, and mind you pick the healthy leaves. I'll take 5 good bundles from each of you. That's exactly how you harvest, I'm sure. Yes. That's exactly how it's done. You've brought me some leaves then. An acceptable harvest. We'll see how your companions fared before I make any decisions, though. Here, we've brought our share as well. Thank you, the third promise. This is enough, this is more than enough to hold up your end of the bargain. Now it's time to honor mine. After adding the value of your labor to the price of the hatchet, I'm pleased to offer you a full sack of highest grade mat leaves. It's premium, mate. Bought at the shop, 1 sack of those leaves would cost no less than 5 pel in thousands column. And we bid farewell to this hatchet. I'll give it a good home. Take the talk of the contest aside, I am glad we have come to a mutually agreeable trade. As am I. All the best with you, all the best with the rest of the harvest. Eblu, what's wrong? It's as I was saying before, even after everything Tobble's done for me, I'm planning to abandon it all and become a merchant. But then I needed your help after forgetting a basic rule of trade. How can I accept Tobble to accept my decision ahead?
Developmental Sewer 7v5 says cheap viewers on streamboo.com. Remove the space. At 2x for Flofo.
Then you'll just have to be honest. I seek to follow in my father's footsteps, but not because he expects it of me. I want to preserve Toral's peace and become Dawn Servant. Becoming Dawn Servant happens to be the best way I can do it. You would live a life of your own choosing, and I wouldn't be surprised if Tubal had held the same opinion. Talk to him. You're right. It's better to find out for sure than worry over what might say. Thank you for your advice. But first, we have a saddled spy. I want that success under my belt, so I can be assured of my decision. What next then? We try to trade our leaves for something halfway to 10,000 pel? No, I think we're close enough now. I say we go straight for the premium med skull. Bargain our way into double the value, eh? You think you can do it? Trust me, I will make this trade work. I admire you, Third Promise. That you're holding your own against such a strong competition for the throne is inspiring. Am I really holding my own against Kona and Zhorja? Zahulja? I mean, of course I am. I am Wuklamet of the Dawn's Promise, after all. Do I need to level up from that much XP? I don't know. Before we go, let me give you the mit leaves. I need to risk proving Ehrenfeld's point. Ready then? Our next stop is Med Skull Delivery. I can't fly. What on earth is this thing? We'll want to speak with the man by the name of Gobble. Even among his fellow distillers, he's regarded as a master of the craft. He knows the value of his product, so if we're going to convince him to trade for twice what the leaves are worth, we're going to need to target information. That means asking around and taking in the gossip. If you could talk to people here in the distillery pack, perhaps Wuklamat could do the same at the village entrance. Meanwhile, I'll head to the north side and see what I can learn. Me? A chef from Tuliali. I often come here to buy Gobbly's Medcal, the finest in Tural according to my customers. Oh, my throat. He always brings out a jug for during our dealings, but I can't handle the stuff too well myself. Ugh. I take small sips, not wanting to be impolite, you understand, but still end up addled as to agree to whatever price he quotes me. It would be nice to have less potent refreshments during such conversations, else I might have to seriously reconsider our arrangement. Gobble might be a deft hand at distilling, but he's got no sense when it comes to appearances. Rumor has it he's been invited to the palace for business negotiations. If he presents himself to court wearing his usual rumpled attire, though, he'll be laughed out of Spurge. There's not much I can say about Gobble, but I can tell you what Gobble's been saying. The other day he was muttering about monsters prowling around. Agov Jaws, that's the field where they gathered the ingredients for the Medcal. Their presence has made it harder to procure said ingredients, and thus driven up the price of the product. A boon, some might argue, but it's hard to celebrate when it affects the work as it does. Can't rightly bring joy to people if you can't keep making the thing they love. Oh. So, what did you find out? Oh, we can make use of those tidbits. The deal is as good as sealed. As for me, I found out where Gobbly is working. There's a millstone at the top of the slope, behind the distillery. Go on it ahead, and I'll bring Wuklamat. You have business with me, madame. Why don't we talk down below as to not distract the alpaca from his work? Now, what's this about? Keep it brief, if you would. I'm a busy man. We're in the market for a 3-year-old jug of premium mezcal. Assuming you've any on hand, that is. Ah, an excellent choice. I must warn you, though, it doesn't come cheap. We don't have pill, but we can offer a sack of met leaves in exchange. It's top-grade stuff, like mezcal. No deal. Mat leaves are well and good, but I don't have any use for them. No deal? Just like that? Still, I'd have to send you, I'd hate to send you away empty-handed. Why don't we sit and chat a while over a cup of mezcal? Now the real bargain begins. Which of our cards do we want to play first? I appreciate your hospitality, but I'm afraid I can't hold my drink. I've heard one of your regular customers, a Hubigo chef, is the same. Seeing as not everyone can enjoy mezcal, I wonder if you might benefit from having other refreshments to offer. Something like métier, for instance, and brewed from the finest leaves, of course. Ah, you're absolutely right. I had noticed a growing reluctance on the part of my Hobigo friend, but not realized I myself was to blame. I must endeavor to be a better host. Still, with the added value in mind, no sack of leaves is worth the mezcal you're after. Should we call the monsters causing the trouble? Not yet. We'll keep that card up our sleeve until we need it. As I expect, you're aware the rite of succession is currently taking place. That's why the third promise has graced us with her presence. When the contest is decided, the subsequent ascension ceremony and banquet will be a prestigious affair. If your mezcal were to be served there, it would bring your distillery immeasurable fame. Wait, could it possibly be that your rumored invitation to the palace is to discuss that very possibility? As a matter of fact, yes. I must admit, I'm still really reeling from the abruptness of it all. It would be great to honor that, a great honor and opportunity if I can secure the deal. Well, I should think that our exceptional mezcal would speak for itself. That said, there's no such thing as being too prepared, and first impressions last. You'll want to be wearing your very best when you talk to Volox Sushna. It would be a shame to miss that chance of a lifetime simply in want of proper garments. That it would. Are you saying the garment, you have garments to offer, something ideal for court? We have no garments on hand, I'm afraid, but we can provide you with the next best thing. An introduction to a weaver. His name is Bolnock, and his works are highly regarded in Tuliali. As a supporter of Vuklamat and keen observer of palace politics, he will doubtless be happy to guide you in a selection of an outfit to fit this golden occasion. That's certainly a tempting proposal, one which I should take full advantage, but the scales aren't quite balancing. Say we were monsters running amok in Agavjas. That's a problem we could easily solve for you. Truly, I would be most grateful of your eminent assistance. I was resigned to hiring sellswords to clear them out. Factoring that in, that saved expense, and an introduction to the trusted weaver, this is shaping out to be a sound bargain. Alright, you have a deal. Yes, I knew you'd come around. Give us a moment and Peck and I will take care of those prowling nuisances. In the meantime, I'll use the time to pen an introduction letter to Boknok. The fields you're looking for are just north of Wampaktu. Be safe. Oh, yeah. Oh, now we can cast it while moving? I guess so. That should be a Guff Jaws, just over there. This will go faster if we split up. Come and find me once you've finished clearing out your share of the pests. Oh yeah. Oh, I can't now. Compared to the creatures I hunted with Papa, this was no challenge at all. Come on, let's head back to the distillery. All that's left is to give Mablu this sack of leaves so she can seal the deal. Those monsters were no trouble. Oh, it's her actually. Those monsters were no trouble for you, it seems. Now, if I could just have the sack of leaves. Thank you for looking after our precious trading goods. Your monster problem has been resolved. Master Couple. Here are the mat leaves and a written introduction to Bok Knoll as suggested, as agreed. Then the deal's done. Here, your jug of premium mezcal, aged 3 years. Please accept it with my compliments. Yes, we finally have the mezcal. Great work, especially you, Mablu. You're still the one who inspired me to come this far, third promise, but let's not celebrate until we have the saddle in hand. Mablu, is it? You drive a hard bargain, young peddler. I look forward to doing business with you in the future. Thank you, but Truth be told, I'm just a ranch hand for now. Should I ever become a proper merchant, though, I'll be back to strike more deals with you. Even at the palace, I don't think I've ever had 10,000 pel jug of anything before. My hands won't stop shaking. Here, you better hold on to it until we get to the saddle maker. Can you imagine if you dropped it and we had to start all over again? Luckily, Havaldi's palace is not far. We just need to head across the plaza. This is it. The trade we've been working towards. Don't drop it now. Still in one piece. Right, time to make our deal. Get ready your tools, settler. We brought your precious mezcal. Wait, you actually got your hands on a jug, but you have nothing, a measly clump of wool. What we had was an aspiring trader with a gift for negotiation. Although I'd sooner aid no claimant but Zoralja, I cannot go against the guiding principles of the Pepelu. The trade is a fair one. I will craft your saddle, third promise. Great. Stay and wait if you like. I have all the requisite materials, so this won't take long. Your commission is ready. Catching a wild alpaca is never a simple affair, but you'll have an easier time of it with one of my saddles. Now, if you don't mind, I have other work that needs finishing. Ah, I can taste that smooth mezcal already. We did it! The saddle is ours! And to think we started with only a 100 pal basket of alpaca wood. Malbu, you're going to be an incredible merchant. Thank you. It makes me so glad to hear you say that, third promise. We got what we came for. Let's return to the ranch. The others will be waiting. You've acquired the saddle, then? Yes, and thanks no smart to Mablu. Before you rush off on alpaca, though, let me teach you how to saddle one. I'll bring but one of our wild-born friends, so you can practice. I know, this is something I need to learn. Great sunken gods, I did it. He hardly seems bothered much less inclined to spit, as if he was completely accepting of Wuklamat's touch. That's because of the singular scent which the saddle has been coated. Alpacas find it very soothing. You know, I've taken a good long look at one of you before, but you're actually kind of cute. You're only now noticing that. Xrolja, he's back. Oh, what kind of alpaca is that? What the? Having done exactly what he set out to do. That alpaca he's brought. Is it me, or is he glowing? I've heard tales of such a beast. They say the golden alpaca lives in solitary existence deep in the valley, where it shuns the company of both man and its own kind. How did he manage to snare a prize like that? A beast knows better. Its betters. Faced with overwhelming strength, it will yield rather than risk death. An apt illusion of how greatly the power of the first promise exceeds yours, Wuklamat. Strength alone won't win him my father's throne. I'll be the one to find the Golden City, and Turul can remain at peace. An everlasting desire for peace can only be forged in the fires of war. To unite as one, the people must be taught. They must suffer the honor and find the hopelessness firsthand. Exhaustion from prolonged conflict, the wages of war's merciless nature. These are what moved the clans to join in the founding of Turalia all those years ago. Consider the younger generation of this village. Since birth they have basked in unbroken harmony, and behold, they regard not war as a tragedy, but opportunity. Thus does the Resistance son seek to provide an education. He offers much-needed lessons in the realities of conquest and renewed appreciation for peacetime. This is true. That war's misery brings longing for peace. But I have seen with my own eyes what becomes of the empire forged through violence you propose, the rebellions it spawns, and ruins it leaves behind. The Garlean Empire was a congregation of simpletons. The oppressed fought back against their oppressors, as well they should. Men are not beasts. Only a fool would seek to rule with the threat of force alone. This is why Gulja did not elevate Mulja. Why he treated all clans with equal respect. However, the first promise has his gaze fixed upon the distant horizons. He would unite not only Tuliali, but all the stars in its entirety. What? Why? I need not explain myself to you. Well done indeed. The first promise has completed the feat with gold, with an appropriately golden flourish. May I present you your much-deserved keystone? He's always been like that, never sharing his innermost thoughts with me or even Koana. It's like we're not even family. I'll ponder Zoroljan and the mysteries later. Right now I need to think about finishing the Feat of Gold. I have my saddle. I have practiced how to use it, so I can lead it on to where the wild alpacas roam. The Valley of something is northeast of here. Come on everyone. Even if we can't answer ourselves, we can see Wuklamat off on her hunt. Okay. I think that's about where we're gonna leave off today. Let's go see who we can raid here.
He's a good student. He's had a good teacher.
Teacher only as good as his students. Sensei Miyagi taught me that.
Every time I have a chance to pass on a piece of his legacy, it's never the wrong choice.
Karate Kid Legends, rated PG-13.
Hello, Zogar. Welcome.
Let's see if we can raid.
Wow, I didn't know that you guys would actually be awake at this time. I was like, there's more people than I thought would be awake at this time. Fine, stand up then.
So, okay, yeah, she's just starting here.
Okay, I'm standing up.